if I'm not correct, today's what, August 29th?
Yes.
Okay, about a week ago, you sent me a letter. You were very kind to send me a letter here about these loud car stereos.
Yes, sir.
And I'm wondering if there's, what I can't understand in here, what was stricken out in here, it says, even though for bicyclists it specifically states that a bicyclist shall have to hear surrounding noises in order to be able to possibly avoid a collision or, for people to hear traffic. And it's got right in 316-3045, which is House Bill 634, amazingly it's got in there, that's stricken out that part. And who is I thought you would send me, who were the actual people who voted against this law? And what I'm wondering is, do they have to give a justification, or do...
No, they do not. We went over this already. They do not have to give a justification. But most did give a justification simply because, they need to talk with their fellow legislators. And so, somebody, legislator can vote no and they don't have to say anything about it. I believe you can see, when you look the bill up, I believe it will tell you the yay and nay votes. 1 second, I'm pulling it up to see. Yeah, there's a vote history.
Patrick, I thought you would send that to me. I want to thank you for sending this to me. I've corresponded with many so-called public servants, and especially if they don't like somebody that's challenging them, because a lot of times they do their decisions not on what's for the people, of where there might be some kind of hidden agenda. Are you still there? So I'm impressed that you sent me the letter to 952 Panama City, Florida, but I was thinking that you would send to me the people, how they voted, because I just want to read to you how we can improve this for the people, not necessarily for the hidden agenda. What I've written down is, that's under the beginning, under legislative intent as defined, Article 2, Section 7 of the Florida Constitution says in there, no excessive noise will be allowed to allow best possible all drivers, motorized, non-motorized, to be able to best hear their surroundings at all times to protect emergency vehicles under 80610, also referred to 316 304, where it says bicyclists are supposed to be able to hear their surroundings to the best ability at all times. And then another thing that's under Section 10 of the first page, I would have on there immediate destruction of any offending home or vehicle subwoofer, amps, speakers by 12-inch long drill using corded or cordless drill for convenience and quickness, being no disassembly required, reducing surrounding vehicle damage. And then on 15, I got no motorized or non-motorized irritating devices. And then under Section 16, I've got 18, immediate jailing, no bail of anybody with a loud muffler, vehicle confiscation under 932 contraband, 876 under sedition device, and then under line 19, it's got, in there it says, it is unlawful for any person who occupies a highway shall not operate or amplify any sound-produced device by a loud muffler or any kind of audio, mechanical, or electrical device. And then under 23, I've got even slightly outside of the vehicle. And then what I don't understand, under line 25, it's got in there, louder than necessary was for convenient hearing of persons inside the vehicle. That was stricken out. Then what I do under 27, to be heard or felt even slightly outside the vehicle, outlawing all subwoofers, crossovers, large amps or capacitors. And then on line 28, I've got on any road, business, or home or private property, including any home theater, subwoofer system, subwoofer, noise warning, or every rental and homeowner shall have an understanding that they will not violate their neighbor in any way whatsoever. Now, also, I've got under there all manufacturers, protectors, sellers, promoters, users to be jailed, no bail. Under, let me just finish. Let me just make sure I got to say, please. Under the, please.
I've got a lot of folks that do need to help, but we can definitely take that into consideration. But I can tell you that that's not something that we can do. It's just simply way too hard line. And that bill that I sent you was the bill that got struck down. So if you try to make that bill that already failed even tougher, you're not even going to get a tie vote like we got.
Let me ask you something, Patrick. Why would they vote for punks that are trash, that they're using a device that far exceeds the hearing ability of the people in the vehicle? Why would they give them the benefit of doubt and not give the benefit of doubt to the people that are in traffic, emergency vehicles?
Sir, you're asking me to answer on behalf of these other legislators, and I cannot answer on their behalf. You would need to contact their offices in order to answer for them. The reason I did not include the vote count in the package that I sent you is because you did not specify that you wanted the vote count. You told me you wanted a copy of that bill, and you also wanted how the bill becomes a law. So I sent you those two things. Now I have the floor vote here. If you'd like, I can tell you who voted yes.
Would you send that to me, please? Would you send that to me to my P.O. Box 952, Panama City, Florida?
Sir, I'd really like you to contact the legislator in your district.
But see here, I've already tried contacting Jimmy Petronis, who's a representative, and I've also tried contacting, who is it? My congressman in this area here. And
the problem is that Senator Simpson represents Pasco, Hernando, and Sumter County, and I've already missed 2 calls from folks going from our district who need help. I'd really like you to contact the folks in your district.
I've tried Steve Sutherland, Congressman Steve Sutherland, and it seems to me like when a person, all they're trying to do is safeguard their community, they make it so hard for a person. They make it so complicated. And this is the reason why.
Sorry for that, sir. But we serve 3 counties, and it would make it really hard if we had to help everybody throughout the entire state. That's why the state's divided up into districts so that we can better help our constituents.
Well, what I don't understand, Betty Castor, who happens to be the police chief of Tampa, okay, she's claiming that she can't do anything about these boom car punks.
I've got a call. Would you mind if I put you on hold for 2 seconds?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, Patrick. I don't understand this. Why is it? I want these people who went against this bill. Do they live in protected communities to where if one of these boom car punks go by, they call the cops?
I can't answer that on behalf of these other senators. I can't tell you why they voted no. I can tell you right now who voted no. If you get a pen and paper, you can just write down their last name. That'd probably be the easiest thing to do. If you have a pen and paper, I can read you their last names.
Okay, but wasn't it Senator Simpson? What's his first name that introduced this bill 634 in the first place? Wilton Simpson. Isn't he the one that introduced the bill?
Well, what happened was that was already a law, and it was declared unconstitutional because of the portion that exempted commercial and political vehicles. The bill Senator Simpson ran took out that exemption so it applied to everybody to make it constitutionally viable. That's what we did, and that Senator Simpson did introduce it. He was the main sponsor of the bill in the Senate.
necessary, that's under page 2, 25, louder than necessary for the convenient hearing of occupants inside the vehicle. Why would they cross that out?
It was, sometimes things are removed or wording is changed by bill drafting. It's just technical. The way the Code of Highway Safety is going to define it, it was just more of a technical change, more than anything.
But they've got the bicycle statute specifically states. I even had a punk cop one time. Let me just finish, please.
Sir, I've got a lot of work that I've got to do.
But why wouldn't you? If we could,
I can't help you anymore.
listen. If we could prevent one boom car punk from putting a fire department or ambulance person in danger, isn't that worth taking time to do that?
This is something that we tried to do. We're most looking at trying to get next session, but talking with you about it at length at this time is not going to accomplish anything other than if I'm not able to help other constituents that I'm trying to help. And I've given you ample time and information, and I do appreciate your concern. We definitely respect what you have to say, and we appreciate how you're behind us, and we agree with you that this is a problem that needs to be addressed, and we are trying our hardest to do something about it. We just have to go through the proper channels, and unfortunately last session, it didn't get the support that it needed. So moving into next session, we're hoping to get the support that we do need to get something back on the books similar to what was already on there, so that police can enforce something, because as of right now, the only thing they can do is pull somebody and give them a criminal violation for disturbing the peace. So they're less likely to pull somebody over and give them that kind of infraction just because it is a lot more serious, and that's up to their discretion. So we are going to work to try and get something else done, but I can't help you in trying to persecute other people.
But why won't you send me that list?
I've got another call coming in from a constituent. Would you mind holding 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, what I don't understand here is, can Governor Rick Scott, can he do an executive order? He did it for the pipes, which is a good thing, that smoke shops can no longer sell marijuana pipes. He also did a bill for against the internet cafes. I guess they were doing online gambling.
Those were bills passed by the legislature that the governor signed. The governor can't just create a law out of thin air.
Well, it's not that he's creating a law. Under Chapter 14 of the Florida statutes, which is the governor's duty to protect the citizens, he can call out the military on these punks.
Sir, I can't help you with that issue.
I'd like to know, can the governor, if he sees something that's wrong, you mean to tell me he can't use emergency governor's executive order? He can't do anything?
You need to contact the governor's office.
I mean, the laws are already on the... Every law that I've mentioned to you is on the books. 80610 is interference with emergency vehicles. Okay? Our Constitution, Article 2, Section 7 of the Florida Constitution says unnecessary noise will not be tolerated.
Sir, we don't interpret the law here. That's done within the courts and legal precedents that are set. We only look to fix them or create them or gut them when need be in order to create a solid set of statutes to fulfill what's best for the public. But we don't interpret them. That's done in the courts. So if you're talking about the way a constitutional amendment is interpreted, you would need to look at any precedents that came before it. But that's not something that we do at this office, and that's not something that I can help you with.
Well, let me ask you something, Patrick Waitman. Who is the one that did this final writing, actually with a typewriter, and decided to cross out to where it bars anything about the hearing of, if it exceeds the convenient hearing of passengers inside their vehicle? Who is the actual person? What is their name of this lowlife that decided to give benefit to these punks that are terrorizing our right to live in peace? What is their name? Who's the one that actually wrote this paper? Or are we under...
This bill failed, so everything in this paper is no longer on the post.
Why did it fail? Why did it fail? This is designed to protect
did not get enough votes to pass.
Why not? Would you do me a favor? Please send to my post office box. Please send to me. You were nice enough to send me this paper, which is that... Yeah.
You really need to contact your district legislature.
I have tried in my area. Jimmy Petronas, I have tried. I've given him all the felonies in these boom car punks. 2008, when he was running to become state representative, okay, in Panama City, Florida, okay, I tried contacting Steve Sutherland, my congressman.
Do you have a pen and paper?
Go ahead.
Do you have a pen and paper?
Yeah.
Okay, I will tell you the last name of the senators who voted no on this bill on the third reading on the floor of the Senate.
Okay.
Okay, we have Abruzzo, A-B-R-U-Z-Z-O. Senator Abruzzo, he voted no.
Okay.
Brandes, B-R-A-N-D-E-S. Senator Brandes voted no.
Okay.
Brandon, B-R-A-Y-N-O-N, voted no.
Okay.
Clemens, C-L-E-M-E-N-S, voted no.
Okay.
Dietert, D-E-T-E-R-T, voted no.
Okay.
Flores, F-L-O-R-E-S, voted no.
Okay.
Garcia, Senator Garcia, G-A-R-C-I-A, voted no.
Okay.
Gardiner, G-A-R-D-I-N-E-R, voted no.
Okay.
Gibson, G-I-B-S-O-N, voted no.
Okay.
Joyner, J-O-Y-N-E-R,
Okay.
Legg, L-E-G-G,
Okay.
Margolis, M-A-R-G-O-L-I-S,
Okay.
Ring, R-I-N-G,
Okay.
Sachs, S-A-C-H-S,
Okay.
Smith, S-M-I-T-H, Sobel,
Okay.
S-O-B-E-L,
Okay.
Soto, S-O-T-O,
Okay.
Thompson, T-H-O-M-P-S-O-N,
Okay.
Thrasher, T-H-R-A-S-H-E-R, voted no.
Okay.
Those were the 19 that voted no on this bill, and you can find this information if you go to the Senate website. Go to bill, type in 634, which was that bill in the year 2013. It'll bring up Senate Bill 634 motor vehicles, and you can click on the vote history, and there you can see the vote history from all the committees, as well as the two votes that went on the floor, and you can click on that, and you'll be able to see who voted yes and who voted no.
All right, now let me just ask you something. Did they give a justification when they did their vote?
Sure, I already told you this. They're not required to give justification. Some said yes, some said no. You can find, you may be able to find that through the Florida channel. You know, they videotape everything. And see, you may be able to watch it. I'm not sure. I'm not going to look that up. But they're not required to give any justification. But a lot of them did, because there was a lot of discussion about it. So a lot of them did talk about it.
But what I don't understand is, common sense would tell you that these punks, they put emergency vehicles in danger. They can't hear. They can't hear traffic.
I'll talk with you about this.
But if we could save the life of one fire truck that's filled with like 50 tons of water, and some.
We understand that.
But what I don't...
Understand that, sir. We've talked about this at length. I've given you the vote count. I've given you a copy of the bill that failed. I gave you the information about how a bill came along.
And that's...
with you about this at length since we've already...
How a bill becomes law, Patrick Wakeman, it says a citizen can introduce the law, but then it's got on there, then it says if, this is what absolutely amazes me, it's got on there the second say, senator decides to introduce bill. Are we under a dictatorship right now?
The way the process works is you can draft a piece of legislation or take information to a legislator and then work with the legislator, or you can take it to the committee and then the senators on that committee can decide whether or not it's something they want to take up. So there are several ways for you to get what you're wanting heard, but both the committee and the legislators can decide against it. And that's why they were elected to office. They are there to make decisions on behalf of their constituents. They can choose to not introduce it, and they can choose to vote against it if it is introduced.
So in other words, we're under a dictatorship, a citizen. Well, what if these senators are getting kickbacks from the companies? They got a financial incentive. Let me ask you something. What if they got a secret financial incentive? Then why would they not vote to protect the general traffic?
Sir, you would have to ask the senators who voted no why they voted no. I can't answer that for you.
I mean, in the bicycle statute, it's got in there.
I can't do this with you. I've been on the phone for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. What if this saves the life? What if this saves the life of one of our emergency vehicle people? What is 20 minutes compared to protecting the thousands of emergency vehicle people? What is that?
Sir, we can't do anything at this
Can't. So these punks can go up and down the road. These punks, this trash. They can put ambulance and fire department people in danger. They can barge into people's homes with their punk trash. They can do that. What do we got? American enemies as legislators? I'm wondering, why would they have in there, in this thing here it says, struck out bars? Why wouldn't they mention it and strike out where it says the convenient hearing of the occupants in the vehicles?
Because, sir, it already said in point A, it said instrument within the motor vehicle so that the sound is plainly audible at a distance of 25 feet or more from the
But these loud cars, the super low frequency systems, if it goes out even 1 inch, it travels thousands of feet. And let me ask you something. Are cops required to carry around a 25-foot yardstick? I find it...
The entire bill was stricken down. The entire bill was stricken down, so it's no longer pertinent. It's no longer a law. So, I'm not going to argue or discuss with you in this depth about a bill that doesn't even exist.
So in other words, we decided to protect these punks that have these Richard Catano, that piece of shit down there, that lawyer piece of shit down there in Tampa, that punk that probably never sucked his mama tit. Okay, so now he's going to go around violating people who want to live in peace. So we give more benefit to that punk trash? Yes, Patrick Wakeman, I was just talking to you. I think I had a bad connection I got hung up on.
Sir, your one that hung up, he might have had a bad reception or something.
I'm trying to figure this out. These punks, go to, it's called Bulletin number 7, Community Oriented Police Service Grant. It's got right in there talking about how these boom car punks, they use them for dealing drugs. They use them for setting off burglar alarms of businesses.
You don't have to convince me. You don't have to convince our office. We were the ones who introduced this legislation. We understand this is a problem. This is something that we try to address. So you arguing towards me about a bill that we already are supporting
just ask you a question, Patrick. Why won't you send me, you were nice enough to send me this idiotic bill 316-3045 that amazingly has in there, struck out about the convenient hearing capacity, yet the bicyclist, it specifically states in there, under 316-304, that bicyclists have got to be aware of their surroundings at all times. So that means a cop can go around, if a bicyclist wears headphones, which I do a lot of times, so that motorists think that I can't hear them, even though I hear them, because I'm sick and tired of being cussed out, told to get off the road. When they see me with headphones on, they think I can't hear them, so therefore they don't verbally abuse me or use their horns. So, yeah.
Please calm down for 1 second. Okay. Can you tell me how I can help you? You know, I've listened to you. I know your concerns. I know that you're passionate about the subject. I know that this is something that you really want to see changed. I agree with you that there needs to be something on the books. How can I help you?
How far are you from the governor's capital in Tallahassee, Florida? How far are you away from them?
We'll work within the Capitol. I'm in the Senate building, and the governor's office is in the main Capitol.
So how close are you to Governor Rick Scott's office?
We're in the same grounds.
Okay, see, okay.
Distance.
I'm over 100 miles from you. Okay, I'm not like, State Representative Jimmy Petronis. I'm not, who's got all kinds of perks and benefits. I'm not like Congressman Steve Sutherland's got all kinds of perks and benefits and everything like that. I'm a little person who cares. I'm crying out for the poor ambulance and fire department people that risk their lives every day, and you got some punk thug beating out his...
I can't stay on the phone.
Yeah, but why won't you go to Governor Rick Scott? Give him my email, jimbikeman3@gmail.com. Say, there's somebody. I want these people under 932 contraband. Why do we have that law? I want them put in prison. So in other words, we're going to...
Give me 2 seconds to talk, please, because I have a lot of that I need to get to. It's already 3:40. I only have an hour left before the close of business today, where I have a lot that I need to get done for our constituents. Okay. We do not represent where you live, and I can't send something on behalf of somebody who doesn't live in our district to the governor. Now, what you can do is you can contact the governor's office yourself, or by calling, by writing a letter, by sending him an email. You can email him directly from the governor's website, or you can contact your local legislators if they're willing to help you. If they're not willing to help you, then you can contact the governor's office yourself if you feel that this is an issue you need to talk with him about. But I personally cannot do that for you simply because we do not represent your area.
But this is the United States. But Patrick, this is the United States. Do we draw lines against counties when we got these punks, these American enemies under 876 of the Florida statute? This is the United States. How come? So in other words, if we're a different county, even though we're in the same state, we shouldn't care for each other?
Sir, I've been assisting you. We do care about you, but I cannot physically take the time to draft a letter and to take it to the governor's office. It's wasting our taxpayers' dollars.
How is it wasting it? Name me somebody. Name me some
contact information.
Patrick, name me anybody else that's giving you all kinds of laws. You got my email, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Of all the felonies of these boom car punks. You got that, right?
You need the contact information.
Why don't you forward that to Governor Rick Scott and say, this is an emergency? This is on behalf of our emergency? So in other words, you don't care if one of these punks takes out because of them punks. Nobody hears an ambulance or fire truck that's filled with maybe 50 tons of water and can't stop on a dime. We're going to give the benefit to these punks, these drug dealers. Is that what's going on?
Sure, we were the ones who introduced this legislation.
Yeah, but it seems to me like you just... Right. You introduced it. You introduced this thing, but I can't believe it. It's got in there striking out the convenient hearing of occupants inside the vehicle. All we got to do is outlaw these subwoofer systems, and then what happens is they cannot, because the old-fashioned systems, before they put crossovers in, they could not separate the highs from the lows. And all we got to do is just outlaw them.
That I need to get to, and I can no longer help you with this issue. There is nothing more that I can do.
See, I can't believe it. You can walk right to Governor Scott's office.
I can give you the governor's...
Let me ask you something. Would you be jailed? Is there a prison sentence if you was to do something creative and out of the ordinary or something like that?
Sure. I'm not going to do something that my boss would not agree with.
You mean, in other words, Senator Simpson would fire you because all you were trying to do is use an expedient manner to get it to Governor Rick Scott, which is his duty under Chapter 14 of the Florida statutes, to protect us citizens, and he can call out the military on these punks.
Sure.
You know what I'm doing, Patrick?
I have the governor's contact information.
I'm screaming, I'm pleading for the emergency vehicle people. I guess there's got to be a real bad wreck before anything gets done. Is that the way it works?
Sure. I have the governor's contact information here. If you would like it, I can give it to you.
Let me hear it.
All right. To contact via mail, you would address it to Office of Governor Rick Scott.
Yeah.
The line below that, State of Florida.
Yeah.
The line below that, the capital, and the capital is spelled CAPITOL.
Uh-huh.
And then the line below that, 400. So it's 400 South Monroe Street.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah.
32399 -0001. And that is where you would mail your concerns for his staff, both him and his staff, to look at.
What's the phone number? Patrick?
The phone number is 850-717-9337.
I mean, what amazes me is how this bill, I think every one of these people that voted against it should be arrested and charged with felony aiding and abetting under 876 of the Florida statutes. They ought to be arrested right now, aiding and abetting American enemies under a seditious organization. They should be arrested under United States Code, Title 18, 241, 242, which is a $10,000 fine. What if these people are secretly a seditious organization? What if they're aiding and abetting American enemies?
I'm going to have to cut you off. We've already gone over this. This is the third time now. We've already gone over the same thing. I've just given you the governor's contact information. Feel free to contact his office with your concerns. There's not much more that I can do for you. And I've got a lot of other people that I need to get to. Folks that are in our district, folks that have pending problems that I need to get to.
Well, I'd greatly appreciate if you'd mail to my P.O. box. Please. I want something in hard copy so I can study it, so I can write on it, so I can improve on it. Please send to my P.O. box, 952 Panama City, Florida, Jimbikeman 32401. Like you was kind enough to send a letter to me about this idiotic bill called 316-3045. Non-moving, they're moving down the road, these punks, non-moving violation. Giving all the benefits.
There's not more that I can send you.
Why not?
That's all that I've got to send you. That's the bill that failed. We don't have anything.
Yeah, but you could send me a hard copy of the senators, the so-called people protectors. Why won't you send that to me?
I took the time to read to you the senators who voted no, and you told me that you wrote those down.
But I want something, let's put it this way. I could write something down, but I want something to where I corresponded to you.
Sir,
I want you to send to me. I want you to send to me. Hard copy. Why won't you do it? If this can prevent one death of an emergency correspondence person, fire department, ambulance, isn't it worth it to do that? Isn't it?
Sir, I've sent you the information that I can send you. There is a ton of information on the Senate website that you can look up regarding this issue, whether it be vote counts or whatnot. It's going to be much easier if you just go to the Senate website. You can pull up all that information.
Well, why won't you send me a hard copy of that so I've got something in my records? Because I never know when the computer might go down. You were nice enough to do that. And I never heard of road rage before. And right now there's a guy named Michael Dunn because all he did was ask a boom car punk trash to turn down his system. They threatened him with a gun. Now he's rotting in a Jacksonville jail. God knows for how long. Well, we don't care about that, right? I don't understand this. Does anybody care?
One is right there on the Senate website.
Pardon me?
All the information that you're looking for is on the Senate website. I have other folks that I need to...
You know what I think? I've already gone to Jimmy Petronis, state representative in my area. I've gone to Steve Sutherland. Well, gee whiz, if they won't do anything, I was thinking about maybe in this area here, maybe they're paid off and get a kickback from these punks that have these dumping bays in this area here. Maybe I was thinking the facts are in Tallahassee, maybe you ain't paid off, and maybe I got a better chance than these punks in this area here. Why was it I was threatened with arrest when I went to Steve Sutherland's office, my congressman? Why was I threatened with arrest? Why would a deputy come up to me and escort me out of his office? Why would he do that?
Sir, I've got to go now. I'm going to hang up. I'm sorry that I can't help you any further. I've given you quite a bit of information. I've talked with you about the subject at length, but I've got a lot of other stuff of work and other people.
Please, well, what else are you working on that's more? Yeah. What else are you working on? Let me ask something, Pat. What else are you working on that's so important? Give me the title of what you're working on that's more important than keeping our fine ambulance and fire department people from dying because of these boom car punks. Please tell me, wait a minute. You said something's more important. Give me what you're working on right now. Under 119 of the Florida statute, public records, what are you working on? Or are you lying? Are you lying? Are you making this up or are you lying? Are you lying?
No, sir, I am not lying.
Then tell me what you're working on. Tell me what you're working on is more important, please.
Sir, I'm hanging.
Tell me what's more important of what you're working on.
Sir, I'm hanging up now.
So in other words, we're under a dictatorship in the United States. That's what's going on. Oh, really? Then tell me why it is in my area there. I've contacted my representatives. Why wouldn't they do anything about it?